We continue our conversation here on Author's Corner with Genet Simone. Her book, Teaching in the Dark, a memoir. Genet, we've been talking about these really unique experiences that you had in Alaska. And I wonder, when people read your book, what do you hope the takeaway is?
Oh, wow. I keep coming back to different themes, but I'd say the most important one is there's like three actually that come to mind. And one is I really want the administrators and policymakers to slow down and pay attention to what teachers need. We just keep accelerating and piling more and more on teachers, and who are kind-hearted, big-hearted people. We really care about what we do. We love what we teach. Sometimes we don't, but we usually find a way to get back to it. Our job is to raise youth and help them feel confidence and all. And you can't do that when you have a workforce that's really depleted. So I'm still seeing a lot of teachers just taking extra days off just to recuperate and recover from, let's say, just having too much piled on. So I hope that my story would invite administrators to see the value of taking care of the teachers and their heart. And I do think that the Courage to Teach program, which is now called the Center for Courage and Renewal, it's based out of Seattle, but they have groups all over the United States, is a terrific way to do that, to take care of your staff. And the other thing is that teaching is all about relationships. It really is. Even this morning, as I'm preparing for the day, I have my lessons, I have this or that, and I keep thinking, I don't think this is going to land with so-and-so. Or if this kid shows up today and they've missed the last 3 days, how can I welcome them back so that they don't feel behind? And it may have nothing to do with the lesson. So it's just constant looking for the relationship, with kids. And helping them feel safe to approach you when they need help. Because kids are kind of like adults. They seldom want to ask for help, and they want to try to make it look like they know what they're doing, especially teenagers. So there's that. And then I think the third thing that's came through more and more with my book was the importance of looking at education as a really a two-way street. So you need to learn about the culture that you're working with. And again, that's a professional development thing, where teachers don't often know who they're really working with or the cultures that are in their classroom. So in Shishmaref, it was very obvious. I was one of 2 blonde kids in the village. Everybody was Iñuit, or a mix thereof. And learning about their culture and how they viewed the frameworks of the world helped me kind of soften my expectations of taking what I thought I was so important and implanting it in them. And so, and especially with the history of education of Native American peoples, we have done tremendous damage there. And so I think that the other takeaway is really looking for ways to shore up and support and help the people that have been damaged by all that, rebuild, to catch back up to where they want to be as a culture. So those are kind of the 3 things. Yeah, taking care of the teacher's heart, relationships with kids, and helping the people that have been damaged by our typical education system come back into their own.
Beautiful. I would tell everybody, go get this book, Teaching in the Dark, a memoir. Genet Simone, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Kate.